Through the month of May, we've been involved in our time and talent drive. We've been using effectively, hopefully, the videos. And so I'd like to thank the members of our pastoral council for putting together this time and talent drive. I'd like to thank those who worked in the tech department for producing those videos. And definitely want to thank the different ministry heads who are kind enough to take time out of their evening through the month of May to have the presentation videotaped. You know, when you watch those videos through the month of May, and you listen to the various ministries we have here at St. Margaret Mary Parish, one thing should have been very clear in your mind. It takes a whole lot of these to make this parish work. Those are hands. Hands going across the border of the three sides of that photo. You know, it takes a lot of hands to make a parish effective. This is a big parish, and it takes a lot of people to make this parish run effectively. Let me just share with you some numbers. In our nut roll project, we make nut rolls in fall time and in springtime. On average, without embellishment, we have 145 volunteers. We have 78 people involved as Eucharistic ministers, 38 people involved in taking communion to the homebound. We have 52 altar servers. We have 24 lectors. We have 49 people involved in a greeter ministry. We have 32 ushers. We have 65 people working the food bank. We have 116 people performing some ministry in the music running of this parish. And there are a lot of other ministries, but those are the only ones I took the time to memorize with their number. You know, what I found amazing is that as we decided to do this in the month of May and conclude at the last Sunday of May, and this May had 5 weekends, so 5 Sundays, that the last Sunday we would finish up on the Feast of the Trinity. Let's just take a look at the word Trinity and try to explain the Trinity for just a moment. The Trinity is a word that means three. It's the composition of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now, if you draw back on your faith formation when you were young, maybe in Catholic school, and maybe in faith formation at the CCD program in a parish you attended, probably most of you, this parish, you might remember the phrase teaching of the Trinity. 3 distinct persons in one God. The Father is different than the Son is different than the Holy Spirit. Despite the fact that they are different, that they are distinct, they have this ability to work together. That's what makes all those volunteers that I just mentioned so special in this parish. Every one of those volunteers have the gift, the ability to just put down their differences, put down their own thoughts and opinions, and listen to the person who's heading up that ministry and do it that person's way, which I think is very important. Now, hopefully in your home, hopefully in your family, and in this parish, we have something we've had for many years, and it's called the gift of synergy. Let's take a look at synergy. This is a great gift to have. Synergy is a Greek word. The first part, the prefix, the S-Y-N, it has many different meanings, but one of the meanings of the prefix S-Y-N, syn, means together. Ergon is the Greek word for the word work, so it's the root word of the word synergy. So when you look at that word synergy, literally translated from the Greek into the English, synergy means the ability to work together, working together. The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit working together. Despite the fact that the Father is different than the Son doesn't say, well, my dad and I are so different, I can't work with him. They have the ability to work together, to put down their differences, that which makes them distinct, and work together. Synergy means this. If you have a donkey that can pull 1,000 pounds, you have another donkey that can pull 1,000 pounds. When you put those 2 donkeys together, they can pull not 2,000, but rather 4,000 pounds. Because they can accomplish so much more working together than they can apart. That's true in your families. If your family works together rather than apart, you can achieve so much. If a husband or wife work together than working apart, you can achieve so much. If we work together as a parish unit among our various ministries, as we've had effectively for so many years, look what all has been achieved and accomplished. So if you currently belong to a ministry and you're currently performing a ministry, I say thank you. Why? Because we need you. It takes a lot of people to make this parish run. If you just recently signed up for ministry as we've traveled through the month of May, I say thank you. Why? Because we need you. It takes a lot of people to make a ministry work. If you haven't yet signed up for ministry, you're not currently involved in ministry, I ask you to think about it. Take one of those papers home with you. They're at the end of the pew, so make sure before you leave, you acquire one of those papers. Because on those papers list the various ministries we offer here at St. Margaret Mary. Think about it. Pray over it. Ask yourself the question, what should I get involved in? You see, I've always believed this. To be a member of a parish is easy. All you have to do to be a member is call up and get the membership form and fill it out and send it back and give it to the office. You're a member. But to fill ownership, that's what changes everything. That's what gives you voice. You need to be an owner of your parish, and the way you develop ownership in a parish is you move your membership to ownership by saying, not only am I a member there, but I am involved in at least one ministry, whatever it is. When you find yourself involved in your parish, it's at that point you say to yourself, oh, now I have ownership in that parish because now I'm getting involved. I'm doing something. I not only just walk into Mass and walk out, and that means a lot, but also walk in and walk out, and I come back every so often, and I say to the parish, these are my hands. How do you want me to use them for you, for our parish? So if you haven't been involved in a parish in any one of the ministries that have been mentioned through the month of May, if you just recently signed up, thank you. But if you haven't signed up yet and you're not involved in any ministry, take that sheet of paper home and think about it, pray over it, circle what ministry you'd like to get involved in, and then get involved. Why? Because we need you. It's that simple. I've mentioned a lot of different ministries with a lot of folks involved in those ministries, and I picked the ones that had the high numbers because it sounded better. But it takes a lot of hands to make a parish work. And although the Hyman Talent Drive ends this Sunday, the video's in this Sunday, but for the need for your involvement will continue forever. To have an effective parish, one that's alive and well, one in which all members roll up their sleeve and get involved in the parish in some aspect of ministry life of the parish, it just takes a lot of hands. We need you now. We will need you into the future.